other things. So these are the topics we should know. Like first it is HPM. Today I will try to complete it, and tomorrow TDP, tariffs, duties, and permits, and transportation distribution we will do in the weekend, Saturday, and TSW will take on Sunday, and we'll see how it goes. Then we can go to this rest of the topics like MAP, SSR. As I said, I will give the I will give you one video. Some 10 videos are there from YouTube. That is not by me, but that is very good videos. I can share to you the links. So till Sunday, we'll see how it goes. Then we can plan rest of the topics. Okay. This slide actually we discussed in the beginning. We have in the oil industry, supply chain, we have three kind of processes, three kind of areas mainly: upstream, downstream, and midstream. You can see upstream, midstream, downstream. In the upstream side, actually, we have normally what happens. We have some kind of onshore wells or offshore wells. We'll extract the material from. We'll extract the crude from the wells, and we'll supply. We'll transfer it to different ways. One, suppose that is a crude, we'll transfer to refinery for refining the crude into the final product fuel. And suppose that is a gas, we'll transfer it in different supply chain, and we'll remove some kind of gases from that, like propane, butane, whatever we'll remove. So that is completely will be covering under upstream. Here we can see there are mainly three kind of modules. We are covering RLM, which is nothing but replenishment lead management. It is moreover like material management module in standard R3. And we have PRA, production related. I didn't remember exactly what is the PRA. And the other thing is JVA, joint venture accounting. So that is something related to finance. So there are three modules majorly playing a vital role in upstream business. That is RLM, PRA, and JVA, finance, production, and material management. There are no sales involved in the process. And when we come to the midstream, the process like transferring the crude into the refinery, that will be calling upstream. There are no such a process or SAP in SAP to cover this midstream. This is just like a more of a process related. For example, if you take crude, once it is coming to refinery, here we'll have some processing units. We'll refine the crude into the final product fuels, and we can supply either to retail business or we can supply to our own customers. In between, we have packaging materials. So all this retail business and selling to our customers, so all will be covered under downstream. So this is already we discussed earlier, but let us recall once again. You can see here top left side column. You can see how you can see what are the SAP core is required for to continue our oil industry or gas industry business processes. We have different kind of steps from a business side, like acquiring, trading, and transportation, manufacturing, store, market. So this from the SAP point of view, if you take these topics, up to what extent it is involving in your 5-step business process from acquire to market. So you can see here TSW is till acquiring to manufacturing, and MCO is for mainly for retail market and store and distribution. And HPM is entire end-to-end topic that is involving all the processes across our business processes and exchanges also. And TD is made for transportation and distributing to your retail business. TDP is also tariffs, duties, and permits is across all areas. And SSR is in specific to market, retail market. So today we'll discuss about hydrocarbon product management. What is hydrocarbon product management? Why you are calling hydrocarbon management? What are the topics we should know as ISL consultant in hydrocarbon product management? That is our initial intention. The contents on the hydrocarbon product management is are two. So there are two contents, quantity conversion interface, we'll call as a QCI, quantity conversion interface, and silo management. So there are two contents are in the hydrocarbon product management. As I said earlier, we have to uh, our main objective is to understand how the oil products are working in SAP, and there are different kind of conversions are involving, and we'll see the material master data because this quantity conversion is for material only. So we should have some kind of different setup in IS oil specifically, which is not there in the R3, Canada R3, and we will cover silo management. Silo is nothing but a tank management. We'll be seeing some kind of tanks in the refinery. So for that, how we are going to manage in terms of SAP. Yeah, hydrocarbon management, why you are calling and why you are taking this is as a separate module in IS oil. So there are kind of process are involving into end to end like refining to selling to your customer or transferring to a retail location. So in between, we have different kind of volumes are involving according to because this is a natural product. As you see, we have a standard natural gas formula, which is nothing but PV is equal to nRT. So as soon as if pressure, volume, or temperature is increasing or decreasing, changing, so the quantity will be changing in the natural gas product. So for that purpose, we are calling these as the kind of hydrocarbon product management, which is having the changes according to the this temperature or densities and so on. So another reason is for not only in terms of distribution, and we have to keep our stocks in our plant. So every time we have to manage how the stocks are there in our particular plant and under what temperature we are storing and how it is changing according to the climate conditions. So all for the inventory point of view also we should have separate process for this hydrocarbon product management. Normally in oil industry we will not only we will have different kind of unit of measures. I will come to that in the coming slide. Yeah, this is covering mainly in the calculating the different kind of unit of measures. We can see volumes, masses, and energy values for the standard condition. And in extension to inventory management, maintaining your inventory according to your required unit of measures, and the plant to plant transfer between when you are transferring your material between plant to plant. One plant can use a different kind of unit of measures, but other plant can use a different kind of unit of measures. Then that is a cross country. According to the local excise duty regulation, they have to show to the government that I have this much oil in my refinery or in my plant, so that they according to the local requirement or legal requirement, they will keep their stocks in different kind of unit of measures. So for that purpose also we'll use this HPM and silo management, which is nothing but our tank management to see what is our physical inventory in that particular tank. There are different kind of areas it covers this topic HPM. In the HPM, we have two kind of conversion: static conversion and dynamic conversion. Normal R3 is covering only static conversion. With any SAP module, material management, material master data, normally during post-post issue or post-post receipt, we have only static conversion. But in oil industry, we have dynamic conversion. And let us see what is static conversion, what is dynamic conversion. So as a QCA, in QCA topic, we should know at least these parameters like what is the static conversion, what is the dynamic conversion, and how system is doing the default maintenance for that, and what is the reading route and customization of that. So these are the minimum things we should know from the QCA. static conversion, normally it is a standard one, wherever you see normal products are thing other than oil and gas and chemicals, and all other business. What we'll keep is we'll have direct measurement. If I take 1 each is equal to 1000 liters, for example, or 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So this is straight away conversion. There are nothing in the background. There are no such kind of programs or calculations or formulas or behind to give this value. We will enter in the system telling that okay, this is straight away or this is the direct conversion. It is depending on the origin unit of measure. So there will not be any involvement of formulas or some kind of programs or any kind of conversions are not required, which is normally we are seeing in the R3. You can see above conversion of grams and 2 kilograms remain same under all conditions. It doesn't have any impact anywhere in your process and not influenced by any external factor. Means we don't require any kind of calculations or formulas behind it. It is straight away conversion, and there are no there are no dependencies for this. There are no conditions are affecting this particular conversion. So normally, if you see any material master data under unit of measures, you can see normally we will maintain like this: 1 kg is equal to 100 grams, or 1 each is equal to 1000 liters. So if you have any material master data in your any business, you will tell okay how you want to keep your material, what is the conversion normally, because sometimes customer can place you in tons, sometimes the customer can place in kgs. So system should understand okay this is the how many kgs is equal to 1 ton. That's conversions will keep in the material master data, which is static conversion. Dynamic conversion is only happens in SAP. ISL and gas for natural products. When conversion value depends not only the original unit of measure to the converted, it is also having some other factors. That is called dynamic conversion. In case of hydrocarbon materials, conversions depend on the number of factors like temperature, pressure, and density. The simple formula is PV is equal to nRT. So for that, SAP IS Oil and Gas provides conversion routines, which is nothing but above code a program with conversion routines which carry out the complex oil and gas quantity conversion. So what SAP is doing is they are providing some kind of background routines or programs. So in the program they will build up the formulas. Okay, this is the value and convert this, use this formula and get the values and give the final value. So that is some kind of background functions are involved in to have this dynamic conversion. Definition, this is already covered. So why we need dynamic conversion? That is one thing we should know, because we know what is the dynamic conversion, but we should know why it is used in the business. It will allow you to understand the various kind of temperatures, because this is a natural product. We don't know how it will behave in different kind of temperatures. And the other thing is, main thing as I seen is excise duty purposes. Normally, if we take any suppose one country is one normal oil companies will operate in across world. If I take for example Pakistan has to pay excise duty in BBL barrels, but UK has to pay in some L15 liters at 15 degrees. So there are no standards in local government to pay the excise duty for oil products. They will keep some kind of standard unit of measure so that whatever goods they issue or whatever goods they receive, so that formulas based on the excise duty payment based on certain unit of measure according to the country to country. It can be same for 3 countries, but sometimes it may vary. Let us take one material XYZ for example. The XYZ should pay the excise duty in Pakistan in barrels, in UK for example in L15, and US for example in L20 for example. So since the same material is having different kind of unit of measures are required for the local excise duty purposes, we'll put all the unit of measures required for that particular material, so that whenever this material is post goods issued or post goods received, system will defaulted all the unit of measures with value. L15 value this much, L20 value this much, BBL value this much. So in your invoice, we'll see all this kind of unit of measures, so that local country, that particular sales country, will pick up whatever they want. They will pay that credit to the government. So this is one of the main important thing I have noticed. Same material can have a number of unit of measures that will be decided by business. They will tell, okay, this is the material, or should have this many unit of measures, because they will be knowing that, okay, this material will be having excise duty based on this unit of measures. We'll put all those unit of measures for that particular material. That is another usage. Apart from that, inventory also we can track our volumes in different ambient conditions. Prerequisite for this to do these routines are, we discussed that there are some SAP background routines are working to view the dynamic conversion, to do the dynamic conversion. For that, we should have some prerequisites for that. You can see we should have weight unit of measure, volume unit of measure, density unit of measure. These are the standard at least we should have. And you can define the density unit of measure for specific temperature. The following density types are used for. Actually, this API creativity, API is nothing but American Petroleum International something, international standard or something in that API. They will be giving the this value. So we'll have relative density and absolute density. After this QCI, I will tell that how it works in real time. But logically, we are not working on this QCI. Why? I will tell later after discussing everything about this. The following unit of measures are important for natural gas quantity conversion: weight, volume, energy, caloric value, density. So this is just for your awareness. What are the prerequisites for gas quantity conversion? This is for oil quantity conversion. So there are two kind of prerequisites required for any quantity conversion. This is for oil, this is for gas. So how it is working? For example, if you take any material master record, because this QCI is for materials only. So in material master record, we should have something to do this activity whenever you do the post goods issue or post goods receipt. So the first thing is base unit of measure. Any material we have to store. Base unit of measure is nothing but stock keeping. We have to store, telling that, okay, this much kgs, liters, or something else. So base unit of measurement number 2 for stock keeping unit. It is defined for the material in the material master record. In the coming slides, you will see the screenshot. So nothing to worry. As I said, this base unit of measure is nothing but a stock keeping unit. It is very important to choose a standardized unit of measure at the base unit of measure. So we'll have some, at least we have to keep some standards telling that this is the material, this is my base unit of measure. I will have the stock based on this. Of course, we can have a number of additional unit of measures, but this is the main thing we can have. Assigning a conversion group. To activate config conversion interface for a material, a conversion group has to be assigned in the material master record. This is important. Where to start your QCA for your material is, you should have conversion group in the material master data. I will show you. See, this is the material master data. Earlier I have shown you what is the difference between standard R3 material and the IS oil material. In ISIL material master data, you will have this tab, oil specific data. To have, once this your material is a natural gas material, hydrocarbon product, then you should specify what that is a conversion group. Otherwise, system will not consider that it is relevant for dynamic conversion. It will consider as a static conversion, straight away conversion, which is not having any impact. So, to have your material dynamic conversion, you should assign conversion group in the material master data. And basic unit of measure, anyway, it will have basic unit of measure. So, you say start from the conversion group of the material master data. Okay. What is the conversion group? I will come next slide. It will explain what is the conversion group, what is the definition of it, and everything. In simple, conversion group is nothing but this performs the conversion among various unit of measure. Simple. Conversion group like kgs into tons, tons into kgs, liters into L15, L15 into L20. So what are the conversions you would like to have? So it will have all the it will be maintained under conversion group. And apart from that, we have unit of measure group. You can see here unit of measure group, which is nothing but, for example, for this material, I want to have L15, L20, kgs, liters, and BBL. For other materials, XYZ material, I want to have, apart from this 5, I want to have something BBX also. So, you will group the unit of conversion, unit of measures, you will group them, you will assign to material master data. So that as soon as this material is placing in any stock movement, system will understand what all the unit of measure should be converted. So that based on the conversion group, it will be converted. So each material will have a unit of measure group, which will indicate that what unit of measure should be converted, and that will be performed by the conversion group. Yeah, defines which additional unit of measure system stores quantities. How the system converts. We'll see the configuration also, nothing to worry. In purchasing, we'll use the both, and sales side also we'll use at the time of delivery. We'll see the material master data now. Setting up a material as oil material, as I said, conversion group is important. And how to set up your material is based on, I said earlier, I have shown you also, if you are creating any material master data in oil industry, industry sector will be oil industry, and material type will be trading goods. So that we'll have oil specific data type. There you will maintain the conversion group and these things. You can see unit of measure group, conversion group, parallel inventory. Parallel inventory means just a minute. Okay. If you understand the material master data, it is more enough. So try to understand the terminology. You are nothing to bother about the configuration for this. I will tell why configuration is not required. But for the front end, you should know front end. You should know this terminology at least. If anybody asks anywhere what is about quantity conversion and how it works, you should know conversion group. You should know unit of measure group, and you should know how the conversion happens and how the material management differs from the standard R3. So this is the main thing we should understand. And there are some kind of other terminology like a reading group. I will tell what is a reading group and everything. I can show you also. After discussing everything, this topic, UCI, I will tell how it works by taking one example. Okay. See, if you are creating any material master data, industry sector would be oil industry, material type would be trading industry. So that we will have oil view like this. First thing. Then, an extension of inventory management of the material document, several unit of measures. So we'll keep the parallel inventory. That is called parallel inventory. We are keeping the stock in several unit of measures. As part of that, you can enter several standardized quantities in your documents like post goods issue or post goods receipt. Yeah, normally what we do normally is, as I said earlier, we have a client which is operating in across so many countries, so across world. He will tell that, okay, I want to have these many unit of measures for this particular product, because the same product may has to pay excise duty in each country in different unit of measures, so that you will be understanding when I am using this material, for example, Pakistan, for example, India, or UK or US, so that you will understand what kind of excise duties he is paying or what kind of inventory is keeping in that particular countries. According to that, the business will be having the idea what kind of interim measures they required. This is again repeating unit of measure group. To insert the concept of parallel inventory. Parallel inventory is nothing but to have your inventory in different ways, different unit of measures. You should have unit of measure group, because how system is understanding for this material how many unit of measures is needed, how many unit of measures are needed based on the unit of measure group. We are grouping the unit of measures and assigning to material, so that as soon as this material is being used, those assigned unit of measures are shown in particular documents. That is the first thing. Then, how unit of measure group is customizing. If you go to path, I can show you this path. I think after this, if you go to this path, SAP has given the standard for country specific, and you can see unit of measure we are keeping like this. Unit of measure group entities, KGs L20, L15, L12, L15. For example, if I am maintaining EU1 for this material system, whenever this material is being used, I can have KG L12, L15 in my invoice level and material document, which is nothing but a post goods issue or post goods receipt document. I will share this slide to you. This is around 280 pages PPT. I'll share to you. You will have this with you, and we can this self-explanatory. So nothing much difficult. But using this terminology will be difficult. So you have to by heart at least something. Conversions between various unit of measures. Now, from the previous step, you have cages L20, L15. Next step is how system is converting from 1 to 1 based on some conditions, not static conversion, not straight away conversion. There are, since this is HPM product, we have some conditions, dependent conditions. So, how system is doing that conversion based on conversion group. That's what this they will tell here. I'm not reading it. Conversion group, yeah. So whatever I said now, we have unit of measure group. To have a conversion between them, we should have something in SAP that is nothing but a conversion group. So conversion group defines the conversion routines, see nothing but above programs that will be used in our oil quantity conversion calculation between the unit of measures defined in your material master unit of measure group. So don't confuse here, only two things are there, unit of measure group and conversion group. Simple. The conversion logic varies from one product to another product. Conversion group should be careful to select the material. So creating any material master data, we have to assign the conversion group for that. And this is important. Conversion group is assigned at material plant level. For example, same material can be operated in different way in different plants. So it is plant specific. And the settings in SAP, if you have to go to this path, I will show you this path. you will be having like this, some 15 DA something. So in that, we'll have this for this conversion group, we'll assign the reading. I will come back to this later. So you can find out conversion group like this. I'll show you in system. So you can see the conversion group customization. We'll put the product type here. Just have a look into this slide later on, like what is the base temperature and what is the volume, base temperature, volume in unit. So we have to just make sure those things. This conversion group working in different ways: automatic, semi-automatic, manual, semi-manual. Automatic means based on the routines straight away. See here, the SAP is providing the conversion group defined. Just you can read it on your own words later on. I will go through what in different ways. The ASTM calculation is performed with present defaults in the background. So whatever defaults are there, it will be taking directly. Semi-automatic means it will give you the results of the calculations are then delayed in the pop-up. It will give you the pop-up, but still you can amend it. So that is semi-automatic. Manual is nothing but it will not give you the automatic. You have to go there manually and enter. Semi-manual is similar to that. So the conversion group performs in SAP in 4 ways: automatic, manual, main thing. Forget the semi-automatic is not much. So automatic, manual, you have semi for each step. Yeah, here we will assign the conversion mode. For example, under this plant, under this store location, I want semi-automatic. So that system will understand as soon as you are using this plant and material, the conversion will be done according to your customization. That you can see in your SPRO. I will show you later on. Default maintenance of conversion. This is I don't have editor here. Actually, this transaction code is missing. That is, we have to remember this transaction code. Very, very important. O3 default, which is nothing but this is desktop calculation. Here you can see I am entering this material, plant and store location. These are the values are defaulted at 15 degrees temperature, 15 degrees temperature density, and what are the default values. So you can do desktop calculations. Reading group is linked to a conversion group and specify all parameters that are relevant for the conversion processes. What are the parameters means? These are the calling as a parameter. For example, if you take any oil product, ISO, this is not made by us. This is not made by us. Parameter. If you take any oil product or gas products, normally we will follow the ISO standards. So ISO will tell that what are the parameters we have to consider if you are going to use this material. So normally those parameters will be assigned to your reading group. So reading group is nothing but a combination of parameters which is suggested by ISO. And that parameters are nothing but you can read it over here, like material temperature, test temperature, material density, test density. So whatever options you would like to have, and what are the value also you can maintain here. This is core from the business side. We don't know anything from SAP side. Whatever values they give to us, we will maintain here. The decision or analysis behind it, we don't know about that. But probably you may track sometimes the ISO for this particular product. For example, if you are going to work on LNG for SAP, you have to start with ISO for LNG and see what are the parameters in the ISO, Industry Standard Organization for LNG process. Those parameters, make sure that those parameters are at least available in this particular reading group or not, because ISO is telling that to have those many parameters. If not there, it is against. So we have to make sure those parameters are assigned to reading group, and this reading group will be assigned to conversion group. That's what system does.